Subcontracting. How do I subcontract? Why am I having to subcontract? What am I going to do? Hi, this is Bill. This is Creative License, and thanks again for checking into my little dog and pony show. And my sponsors, Electro Voice, Promo Only, DJ, Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, Perfect Portals, and of course my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. So subcontracting. Okay, let me see if I can tackle this in the little 5 minutes that I have. Because I get questions about this on a regular basis, and usually that question comes to me when someone calls and they're panicked about the fact that they've overbooked something. All of a sudden, I can't do the gig, or I've got two of them and I got to put somebody in there and I got a week to do it. What do you know about subcontract? Well, first of all, don't do that. Look, if you're worried about a DJ that's going to subcontract under you, first of all, you need to be honest. You need to be honest with the person that is hiring you, and let them know that the person you're sending doesn't necessarily, they don't necessarily work for you. That you're still responsible for the outcome of the person that's coming there. And you need to be responsible for that person. That's why vetting is so important. But honestly, sometimes the only time that you think about it, or many people that get into this problem, is in a week, I can't do that event. I got to find a guy. What am I going to do? Well, more than likely, you're going to pay more to find somebody you know is really good if you do it that way. But trust me, at some point in your career, you're going to have to subcontract. At some point, you're going to have to not be there, so you're going to have to send somebody else. And you're going to have to be responsible for how they do their job under your flag. So if you're not taking the time to meet them, to vet them, to know if they're good, to know if they're responsible, honest, reliable, all those things that you promise, then you're going to have problems, I promise you. And if you don't pay them enough, then they don't have enough skin in the game to be responsible, right? At any given time, if you don't pay them very much, it's like, well, how much am I making? You know, how good do I got to be, right? That's not necessarily right, but that's how people are. They're never going to care as much about your reputation in your business as you do. So how do you motivate that person? Well, usually you have to motivate that person with a conversation around their integrity, and then paying them in such a way that it would hurt them if for some reason they didn't show up the way they said they would show up. This is the way it has to be. Or you're going to be trusting a person to do their best, and hopefully they will. I've sent out people that are friends of mine that would never screw me. Excuse the term, but that's what happened, because they don't have to care. Okay? They're not there. Their reputation is not on the line. They're just getting paid. They're just doing a job. So the fact that I did not have that conversation with that person because they were my friend, that was a mistake on my part. That was my responsibility. And that's the scariest part about subcontracting. Now, take it the other way. Now, people have asked me about whether they should subcontract with other people. Well, I guess, sure, you need a cash influx, but now you need to bring your integrity to their business. You need to be that honest person, that person filled with integrity around that person's brand, and show up and be responsible for that, because they have to be responsible for you. So if you're going to be a subcontractor that is paid well, then they have to know that when you go out, you're talking about their DJ company, that you aren't slipping I've seen guys who have lots of integrity later tell me, well, I'm working for Dave tonight, but here's my business card. Don't do that. Oh, dear Lord. Don't do that. That's awful. Okay. You are there to work. Now, if you have to have a certain amount of money from the person that's subcontracting you to be able to show up and use their card to fly their flag, not help your business, then tell them how much that's going to cost them. Be honest. Because if you don't, then taking $1 for them says that you are still going to give out their card, tout their business, and show up in a way that makes their business look as good as the owner makes it, or better. This is just integrity, man. You have to have integrity with your clients about the people that you subcontract to do your work, and you have to have integrity to show up in a way that you're going to do amazing work for the people who subcontract you. You want to have a good reputation? Your reputation And your integrity around your reputation is everything. And people will pay good money for a great reputation and for fine, perfect integrity. What do you think of that? What do you think of this? Subscribe and like and ring the bell. You know, that stuff I'm supposed to do at the end of these things. I'm Bill. This is Creative License, and I'll see you next week.